ain't shit really going on right now. B, I heard niggas out there really hooping. And Logan gonna spend that money on Cologne's fair. You know what's so crazy? I got another one too. Hold on. Yeah, I heard Giannis is hooping. Oh, we're live. We're live on YouTube, man. I heard Giannis is hooping, like hoopity hooping. Oh man, this is some shit, boy. This is some shit, boy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's what out with you, Spiral? Yeah, this some shit, boy. I didn't even know Adrian was going to the Hall of Fame. I didn't even know he was going to the Hall of Fame. It's tough. It's tough, man. I didn't even know. What, Lorenz? What up? At some point, what is that? This is EDP. Oh, EDP. Fuck. What is that site called where people pay? What up to the YouTube chat too? Where people pay to like for them to get a shout out from a celebrity. What is that? What is that site called? Cameo? This nigga said X videos. Okay. Is Ben Simmons retiring? I think he should actually. He's technically not retired yet. Hold on, before we go, let me. Here go this nigga Eli. Eli is so bored, my nigga. What do you do right now? Cameo. Hold on. Technically speaking, I just put that over there. How do you spell Bargnani name? How do you spell this nigga's name? How do you spell Andre Bargnani's name? Hold on. Andrea Bargnani. Does this nigga have a he doesn't. Fuck. Nigga, if Andrea Bargnani had a cameo and I use it to wish Agent a happy 30th. So now I have to figure out where does he live?
Obviously, you hear that more and more often. I think that's. I mean, ideally, that's amazing.
You live, nigga. Does he have an Instagram? Is he like back overseas? Is the only way I'm ever going to be able to meet this nigga is that's not him. fuck? Niggas having Bargnani accounts is actually ridiculous. Oh, y'all saying clickbait title? I guess it is a clickbait title. I definitely didn't mean it to come off like a clickbait title though. Like he actually retired. Yeah, it should more so read like Ben Simmons needs to hang it up, not that he hung it up actually. Hold on. Let me fix that. Cause that does, I ain't gonna lie to YouTube. YouTube, that definitely comes across as clickbait. So hold on, let me fix that real quick. I can't even hold you. That comes across as like some clickbait. I can't even hold you. Hang it up. Not that. Let me go ahead and edit the title real quick. Let me edit the title, YouTube. Ben Simmons needs to retire. Yeah. There we go. All right. That's better. All right. So, why are we here? Little light. Did we see the Sunday night football game? Some people did. However, the reason why we're here is to not only discuss some news circulating around this space right now. Obviously, the biggest one. Shout out to Josh Giddey. First of all, hold on. Round of applause to Josh Giddey, the nasty man, the Giddler. Low locked-in charity situation. What does that mean? Yeah, man. Shout out to Giddey, man. Shams broke the news earlier today. Giddey got the bag, man. He actually stood on all 10 toes. Stood on his fucking nuts. He got his bag, bro. Shout out to Giddey. Josh Giddey reached an agreement on a 4-year, $100 million deal to re-sign with the Chicago Bulls. Shout out to the big gigster. Giddey is coming off of a career season in Chicago, scoring 14.6 points per game while averaging a career high in rebounds, 8.1, 7.2 assists, and 1.2 steals. Shot really well from three as well. And overall, 21, 10, and 9. 50-46 splits after All-Star. That's tough. Nah, that's fake, Eli. You don't have to act fake woke in the chat, bro. It's fake. It's fake. But shout out to the big gigster. Also, shout out to this gentleman here. I think Eli actually put me on to the nigga. Look at this shit, bro. Fake ass sport, bro. They played back in the 90s. Look at this shit. Fake sport. It's a fake sport, dog. Big ass fake sport. Sitting here just faking it. Like, this is not real. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas tell me about that era basketball all the time, and I'm just not gonna be able to take it serious. Bro, this gentleman here, I don't know what the what it's looking like. I don't know what it's looking like when he come in the league. I don't know what it's looking like. But Slim Jesus. Oh! Bro, the shit that this nigga been doing, bro. So I did some scouting on the young nigga. I did some scouting on him. Bro, this nigga got some crazy dunks.
Looks long. He's all right. Oh! That's the 150 cap veteran. He can pop action. Marking it again to the ring. Doesn't get it. but Mirinen, completely untouched, goes to the offensive club. Puts it on the floor, gets all the way to the inside. No whistle.
I think he's already declaring to. Oh, well, he's going to college next year, and then the year after that is he going into the draft. Hello, Load, checking in from. I don't know what this is, but thank you for the $2 over on YouTube, brother. Where is this at? Are you from Uganda? The district. Wait, where is this at? No way you're from here. There's no way you're from here. There's absolutely no way you're from here. There's no way. There's no way you're from here. A nigga in the YouTube chat said this is where he's from. There's no way you're from here. Damn, bro. Damn. Now, I may be ignorant. Not maybe. I am ignorant. Is this Uganda? Why is it? What is this? Oh, you. This is Uganda, right? Ronnie on YouTube said he's entering the draft next year, so he'll be drafted in 2027. Yeah, he'll be drafted in 2027. Damn, dog. Fairs. Hello? Fairs. Your district office? What the hotel look like? Okay. Hospital, no image. Okay. Another hospital, no image. Okay. This is a bar. School? No school. Another school. Hey, my boy. Got that shit on now. He got that shit on. Okay, another school. True. All right, say less. Say less. Moving forward, you don't have to donate to me, brother. You don't have to donate to me, brother. I'm actually fine. This is the reason why I hate when people donate to me. Like, I'm cool, bro. You don't have to donate to me. Oh, can't even drop the yellow man right there. A part of me feel like you're lying, though. That's the problem. A part of me feel like you're lying. Oh shit, a local city. Fair.
Marcel.
I might pull up. W Village. W Village in the chat. But yeah.
Marcel.
He's not just a dunker.
As a sidebar, this nigga wiping his nose is crazy.
And then again, like you said, he's not just a dunker showing off that three-point range. But this is Nikola Jokic. And then again, like
Pulling up on Jokic like that. Tough. Yo, y'all mad at me. That's what he said he's from. I actually don't believe he's from there because the nigga sent me money in USD, so I actually don't think he's from there. I think the nigga just lying. He's lying. He's dead ass just lying. He's lying. But yeah, this guy right here, he's been hooping.
Keeps alive, but now McToney.
To be fair, it's been a lot of run and dunk highlights, spot up threes. But then when I went to go look at him, this nigga plays overseas, bro. Where's this nigga from? He low-key looked like Connor in second period. Here's the problem. Like, what does this mean? Okay. Let me not just type some shit. Here we go. 6'10", 185, crazy wingspan. He got some interest in Kentucky, Indiana, Duke, Michigan, Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might genuinely be one of them ones. Oh, he's from the States. He's just playing, what you call it? Oh, shout out to my brother. Damn, then, if he's from the States, why is his Wikipedia? Where is he born? He was born in Finnish. Okay. He's born in Finland. Okay. All right, cool. But I ain't gonna hold you, bro. He's been looking amazing. Hopefully he makes it to the league. He looks really, 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 really great. He looks really, 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 really great. Like really, 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 really great. Like really, 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 really great. I didn't sigh. Okay. Outside of this, the other news, of course. How am I setting black people back when the nigga trolled in the chat and he sent me money from a place that I know he's not from? Nigga sent me some money in USD. So how am I setting black people back?
No way!
I was this close from signing from the Rockets.
Recently?
That's why I've been in Houston.
No way!
I've been in Houston working out with the Rockets for like the last 2-3 weeks. Yeah, I was really close. With the cap, they don't have a lot of space between. They can't really guarantee because I think they first apron. Yeah, but I was really, really close.
So going back to the Rockets?
I was really close. Yeah, I was this close from signing from the Rockets.
Okay, first thing. I love how Neon is like, what? No way! No! What? No way! Second, I don't know. Are the Rockets at the first apron? Is Houston at the? Hold on. I don't know if Houston is like first apron. I don't know if Houston is actually first apron. I think they may be hard cap, but I don't think they're first apron though. If this shit will fucking work. I mean, I don't think they're first apron though. What up, Jermel? What up with you, boy, in the YouTube chat? What up with you? Bro, what is this? What is going? Bro, what is going on? What is wrong with this site? Houston. This nigga say your Ozempic order got leaked. Okay. I don't know why, but this site is like going mad slow. While we wait on that, Pat Bass, shout out to you, brother. Hopefully you can make it back into the league. You're not making it into the league and playing any significant minutes, at least with the Houston Rockets. They have enough players that are better defenders and just players than you. I don't really think it makes that much sense for you to go there. Bro, what is this site? Bro, what is this site? Oh yeah, they are higher cap. Tough. So how are you close to going somewhere that was hard cap? That don't make no sense. If they're hard cap for this upcoming season, how are you close to going there? That don't really make any sense. Have I seen the Warriors lately? No. I did see Cam Thomas sign his new deal, qualifying offer. Shout out to Cam Thomas. I did see Josh Giddey get his $100 million. Shout out to him. For whatever reason, though, the Warriors still need to sign Kuminga, dog. This is so disappointing. This shit is so depressing just looking at this roster and knowing that this is literally it, Chad. This is it. Like, this is it. What you're looking at right now is it. These are just all the other players, like, at whole with the restricted free agent for Kuminga right there. But this is it. These are the players that's all on the roster right now. Jimmy Butler taking up 35%. Jesus. It's embarrassing, dog. It's really embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Post trade. Yeah. It's embarrassing. But why are we here? Nigga, what is this thumbnail?
Yo, Bumbleclap, my brethren, listen up. This a story about the brothers of Avenger. Me name was Stevie Zion, now me capping Rasta. Before me war, me chant fi Shasta, now me grow tall. With ganja creed, Babylon test, but me nah breed.
Yeah, we're not taking this serious. We're not taking this serious. We're not taking this serious at all. Our good friend, Curious, not George, Curious Mike. He gave us.
What's going on?
He gave us a banger, dog. He gave us a banger. Not gonna lie, the more I smell this on me, the better it is. Go ahead and get you some blue talisman EDP. Now I'll be in Discord real quick. Look at Major and these degenerates just sitting in what you call it. All right, now I'm in Lowe's dungeon on Discord. Can you make it? I'll just pull you over.
What is that shit called?
Do you see it? Blue talisman.
And then what was?
Oh, it's Eau de Parfum, but in the space they call it EDP. I swear that's what they call it. They literally call it Eau de Parfum is EDP.
Yeah, not facts.
called
So
parfum, not
big.
perfume.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. They saying it's overhyped? It depends. It depends. Yes, you do need to go sample it. It's not what you call it. Fragrance Warriors. The most overhyped perfume on TikTok. Everybody in their papa raving how good it is. So boring. So meh. Don't blind buy. I agree, don't blind buy it. Go sample it. It smells like cheap soft drink. Such a mess of a fragrance. Anybody saying that this is to be fair, this is a fragrance that you have to let settle and dry down. Because in the opening I can see somebody talking about how it may smell like a cheap soft drink, like maybe like a Sprite or something like that, because it opens up very citrusy and fruity, but it dries down with a nice subtle musk. You have to like let it dry down, because the way it smells when it first opens in contrast to what it smells like now, hours on me, no. And the longer it's on you, the more it projects. So that nigga's no. How much you pay? I think it's like $250, something like that. Something like $250 type shit. Actually, how much was this?
You wanted to smell like Sprite.
How much was this? No, 165. No, I did get it at Neiman's. Yeah, 250. Big 250 in a building. But you can get it off other sites for like significantly cheaper, such as right here. Actually, this is the actual fucking site. I'm pissed. What the fuck? The actual site is selling it cheaper? Oh, it must be on sale or something. Man, fuck no. The actual place.
Damn, you got scammed.
Oh my god, nigga, wait, I think I can't see this shit. Nigga, 500. It ain't good enough to spend $500 on a bigger bottle. It's not that good. 340. This ain't 345. I don't know. On Google though, it does says. In my tripping chat, it says 165. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I say go for it, bro. I say go for it. This is the one, yeah. I say go for it. If you really fuck with the fragrances, go for it. But if you want something cheap though, before we get into this. What's that Rasasi or whatever that fucking what's that fragrance on TikTok? Rasasi Ice or whatever the fuck is. What is it called? If y'all want something just cheap. No, it's not Hope. Is it what? No, it's Rasasi. It's Hope. Oh, it is. Yeah, if you want something cheap, just get this right here. This is nice. It gives a little bit of a very similar vibe. Fruity, as you can clearly see. Citrus, fruity citrus, sweet. The difference is that this dries down a little bit more powdery and floral. This dries down much more musky. This dries down a little bit more musky, more sophisticated. But this is a nice what y'all too. If you want this, you should get this. This is good. This is nice. But all right. Our boy gave us a banger. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I am really deep in the cologne shit. You know what I'm saying? I have Rasasi Hawass Ice. I do have that. So I do. It does smell. It smells really, really good. Yeah, our guy sits down. Our good guy, friend of the show, MPJ, sits down with Brittany Renner, the perfect person to sit down with, and Denise Garcia to debate on dating and monogamy. Oh my, and religion. Man, we having real unserious convos.
No, this is the funniest player of all time. I'm not gonna lie.
By far, he is by far the funniest player. Not even fucking close.
What's going on, y'all? This is another episode of Curious Mike. I am here with Denise Garcia and Brittany Renner. Appreciate y'all getting on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's an honor.
Denise's first podcast ever. We've
Ever.
me and you have been friends for years now.
Not too much. Not too much. Not too much. This nigga already showing his hand, chat. Not too much. For those who don't know who Denise Garcia is, because I didn't know who she was until literally last week. Denise Garcia is Lonzo's ex. Lonzo Ball's ex. Just so y'all understand where we're at in all of this, the convos that's about to happen. So we're dealing with Lonzo Ball's ex and Brittany Renner and MPJ. That's where we're at right now. So let's get into this, man.
First time meeting you the other night.
Yep.
Y'all have been friends how long?
Since like 2018
Yeah.
too, but we recently just got closer and then we filmed Basketball Wives, so that I feel like trauma bonded us.
Yeah, talk a little bit about Basketball Wives. What is that, and like, why'd y'all get on the show, and kind of what are you trying to get across on the show?
For money. They got on the show for money because they have no actual talent beyond the fact that they just got pregnant by basketball players. So outside of that, there's nothing else that they do. They did it for money. That's literally what they did. Just money.
You can go first.
Well, I think the first time that I went on Basketball Wives, I was very like friendly, kind of trying to be liked, and I came back full hijab and just different set of eyes, and I thought maybe I would have a different experience, but it was the same bullshit.
Really? So you regret going on there?
So what? I don't have any regrets, no. I mean, I feel like, I don't think there's anything to be proud about when it comes to like checking someone that could be your mother, like the same age as your mom, but old bitches get checked every day, and it's not something to be proud of, but you know.
I gotta check out the show. I've never seen it. Nah,
you're not missing anything.
Y'all too, that's probably entertaining.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed it. I just feel like watching it play back was totally different than I thought it was going to be. Like, I feel like people didn't get to see the real me. They didn't really get to see like my personality, really.
Is it like, it's reality TV, right? So
Yeah.
they're clipping up and painting the narratives they want to paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this season was so unique because you had a mother and daughter relationship that was just like the center and really the theme of the season.
Yeah.
And so like that in itself, watching that play back too was really rough. We were closer to the daughter, Chantel. It was her first season as well. So I feel like that just kind of took up the whole season. So it really didn't get what we kind of wanted, really.
Yeah, I don't feel like at the end of the day, it's really to showcase the lifestyle of people like in that realm. I feel like it's just more centered around the group.
Yeah, this nigga want to be a journalist to the bop. It's like, what are we doing, nigga? Let's keep it pushing, dog. So how did you feel about like, nigga? Shut the fuck up. Shut up, nigga.
Even brought Zoe into the world, so I feel like people just think that you're kind of out there for what players can offer you, like financially.
Okay, now we're into the lies.
My ex and I were together, and he.
Similar, like, why? What do you think that negative connotation comes from? And speak on that a little bit.
I feel like ever since my ex and I were together, and he posted me, it was like, oh, you're a gold digger, and this was before we even brought Zoe into the world. So I feel like people just think that you're kind of out there for what players can offer you, like financially and just all of that. But my situation, I feel like is like maybe like 10% of the league. Like I knew him before in high school. Like my situation is very different. So like having to deal with that publicly was really hard. I don't understand why. Fully, like
that's
we
honestly,
get that.
in your situation, like when you talk about athletes or people that end up having money, it's their dream scenario to you know, stay with the girl that they went through high school with and grew up with, and that was your and Zoe's situation, and you know, so I don't really understand.
And I was an athlete myself too.
You know what's so crazy? She's saying that and doesn't want to admit that she's made friends with a woman that has perpetuated that identity. Like, you sitting there saying, I just don't know why. I don't know why they view us this negative. Why? I don't know why. Like, you're sitting next to the fucking woman who perpetuated that exact same negative light. She was in the car talking about just taking advantage of fucking men who have millions of dollars off of the back of their skills. And also, you're talking about a woman who literally was grooming this nigga fresh out of high school.
College.
No, the nigga he was out of high school into college.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah,
she met this nigga in college. Oh. So he just got out of high school, the nigga's in college, and she's sitting there talking to a nigga. No. She couldn't even fucking wait till the nigga out of college. She was showing up to the nigga's college games. This nigga was a teenager. And she was showing up to the games. And so I don't know enough about this young lady, Denise, but you cannot sit here and say you don't understand why the negative connotations come from this type of relationship when you're literally sitting next to the woman who perpetuates them.
Nah, shut up. Damn. Is that a nigga? Was that? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Hold on, somebody said they got a clip for us.
Bro, you know what the worst part about this? When you record like this level, I can't. You know how like there's streaming audio and then there's the stage audio.
Oh, I can share the screen on my end.
Oh yeah, please do that. That'd be beautiful.
It's also delayed. So.
Okay, yeah, I'm sharing it now, so it's not delayed anymore. Oh, I'm sharing it on.
Damn.
Okay, now I can see. All right. Oh, Alonzo Ball. Shout out to Ball, Alonzo.
Shout out to Ball.
Damn. Oh my goodness.
Do y'all still see it? Oh nope, it cut out.
Okay.
No, but I got you. All right, let's get into this.
Like, I had my own stuff going on. I was a soccer player. He was basketball. So it was like I had my own ride somewhere to go play, and he had his own. So I felt like that kind of brought us together because we both were student athletes, but we didn't think anything, like, I didn't think that, you know, I didn't know what to expect. So I was kind of just experiencing it firsthand. We were so young too. Like, looking back, I'm like, I don't know how I even was able to navigate that, but I learned a lot.
Yeah, I feel like you have handled it well. Like, it hasn't taken away, like, since I've known you, it hasn't taken away like your joy of life. You still like to have fun. You're still Denise. It hasn't like beat you up too much. So
thank you.
In this world, like, it's good to have thick skin. Your situation's a little different because you met PJ like later on, correct? Or how long have you known him?
This is such a fed question.
This is a great question. This is
a fed question, nigga.
But you gotta know how he set it up, though. He set it up towards like, nah, you met him later on. Well, we actually, how long do you know him? Like, that's different. That's how you gotta set it up. You know?
What a fucking question, dog.
Nah, this is real setup right here. Bro. I ain't gonna lie. Lay the trash down.
I met him. I think we had started kind of like talking in 2019. So kind of like right before he had got drafted, you know. But let's reverse 1 second, because before we go on to that, because that just.
No way! No way! We gotta double check, chat. Cause she know what she's about to say. So 2019.
Yeah, that's why she gave a year and not.
Yeah. So the nigga in 2019, as y'all can see, the earliest he was 20. Earliest he was 20. I don't know how many people have that photo with the date on it. I don't know if y'all have it, but 2019 puts him at earliest 20. And I don't know how old Brittany Renner is. How old is Brittany Renner?
She's in her early 30s, right? Or mid 30s? I don't know.
That says 2021, but that's she's saying she knew the nigga back in 2019. Brittany Renner is 33.
Fuck.
Oh, so 6 years ago, so she was 27.
Yes.
How old is PJ now?
There's no way you were about to pull out the calculator for that.
27, bro.
How old is PJ right now?
PJ is 27.
Fuck. No. This is not adding up. No, the math ain't mathing right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
But they've known each other for that long though. That's what she's.
No, she's gabbing, bro.
Really?
I remember the picture you're talking about. I remember she posted.
Oh yeah, to be fair, Denver's right. He literally just turned 27 like a week or two ago. To be fair.
But listen, when he was in college, I remember there was a skit that not even a skit. That's not even a skit because it's not fake. It was real. About her tricking on athletes. I remember when she made this post.
Oh no!
Like in the 2010s.
Then
wait,
remember that. Mm-hmm.
Let me finish. Right after she made that skit, she then went to a college game. I'm pretty sure of his college. I could be wrong, but she did go to a college game. I remember the IG post. I don't know if she probably has it up. Probably not, because
why do you remember that though? You saw it or something?
I saw it on Instagram. Yeah.
You follow her?
Nah. Someone sent it to a group chat.
I
remember seeing that though.
The group chat. You're right.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do here, buddy. Listen, I remember seeing the post. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing. You feel me? But I saw the post. So I don't know if it's actually still up on IG though, genuinely, but
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she deleted all evidence.
Yeah, the niggas in the chat know what photo I'm talking about. Of her like I took a selfie at a college basketball.
Yeah, everybody knows. We don't know the exact date. That's all.
But nah, man. Wait, where did she go to college again?
I don't know where she went to college. I have no idea.
I don't know. I didn't even know she went to college.
No, she was an athlete, I think, or ex-athlete. She used to play like soccer or something.
Jackson State. So not Kentucky.
So let's see what she got to say, because she already know it's about to get nasty.
Whatever. You have made comments.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
What?
Oh, she's trying to switch it. Hold on
1 second, because before we go on to that, because that's just whatever.
That's just whatever.
You have made comments.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're asking us about how do we feel being on the other side of it. My question to you is, you have made comments saying that you would never wife someone who has a child with.
Oh, she got into this pretty early, and Raquel is right. She's doing nothing but deflecting. We were this close to getting to when you met this nigga and how long you've known him, and the world knows that there's a real possibility that you were talking to a teenager, if not someone who was 20, certainly under the age of drinking, while you were the age of 26, 27, 28 in that realm. You're nasty.
Someone in the league. So my question to you is, like, what inspired you to feel that way? And what connotation do you have about women who have a child with a basketball player?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We'd love to hear the answer.
What is my connotation? I don't have a negative connotation to it. I think that, my right-hand man, Nicodemus, you've met little Nick, I think, or you know about little Nicodemus, the little baby I'm always with, and him and his wife just separated, and Nicodemus has spoken just on the difficulties it brings once you have a child to then, like, move on. Like, it takes a very understanding person to want to take on that role, and it can get really messy, like, when you're going into life with a woman who has a child, and now you're having to navigate, like, how close are you going to get with the child? How does the baby daddy feel about you getting close to the child? So I don't have a negative connotation. I feel like for me, because I don't have any kids, it's something that I've always thought I would steer away from. But I truly feel like as I've gotten older, I've realized, like, once you meet someone and you're really down for them, then everything that comes along with them, you can decide if you want to take that on or not. I don't have a negative connotation like, oh, that person has a child, so they're untouchable, and that's like a negative thing. I just feel like you have to weigh it out. You have to, because it does, you know, it comes with a lot if you're willing to take that on. So I don't view it negatively. The comments I said about, what comments are you specifically talking about?
I think you're talking about when he said that he wouldn't wife somebody that was already
that
with an athlete.
had talked to an athlete.
Yeah.
I feel like if you dated like publicly, like a player, it would be hard just because of, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be hard. What do y'all think about that? Do you think
It's a bunch of merry-go-rounding a fucking question. Look, at the end of the day, bro, that is your opinion, how you want to feel. I don't understand why you have to answer for it, or why you even feel like all like touchy feely about, nigga. That's just your requirements where you set in stone. It's really not that crazy for people to believe that I may not want to date someone who has a child, and I definitely don't want to date someone who has a child with one of my peers, co-workers in that realm. That's something that can, genuinely speaking, become very drama-filled. That's a I don't know, bro. That's a very one-to-one understanding. Like, I don't understand why that's that hard to get to that point of view. But again, Brittany Renner asking this question, where I'm assuming this was recorded. I'm assuming this was recorded before the whole PJ Washington thing transpired. You asking that question after you and your mother did what you did, you are answering the question by doing what you did. Your actions have answered that question. The reason why I don't want to date a woman who's had a child with someone who is in the NBA, because I don't want to have to deal with your nonsense. That is a very simple answer. Someone like you who provides that level of drama and all the theatrics, I don't want to deal with that. That's a very cut and dry. Like your actions have answered that question.
I think did he say who has a child, or just in like a general scheme of like they dated and then they fell through kind of thing?
No,
but to be honest,
he said had a child with an NBA player.
Oh yeah, nah, that's too hectic, bro.
That's a very simple.
Remove even the NBA stuff. Like it's still like for some people, not everybody, but some people just don't want that. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not really anything crazy.
Yeah, it's not.
Me, like I said in the comments, like it would be tough dating someone's old girl and they just always have that like over you. Like I don't know.
It's tough. Like I feel like
I could be tripping though. It could be like an ego thing or like a
insecurity thing.
I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm right. That's just how I've always felt. But I'm open to change. I'm not stuck in my ways.
I feel like I see why guys are hesitant with certain girls, because I even see certain girls and I'm like, you make it hard for us women to be taken seriously as like.
You're sitting next to one. Holy fuck. You are sitting next to the woman that you're referring to.
No, but her situation's different. It's
no, nigga, you're sitting next to that woman. Like, look next to you. She's right there. To your right. Just turn over to your right and look. She's right there. Fuck.
You know, mothers versus baby mama, or out here for the wrong thing. So I get that because I see it and I'm like, you guys are surrounded by it a lot. I just think it's up to you guys to kind of like vet those girls out, you know what I'm saying? Because I see what you guys are surrounded by too. So I understand that part of it. But on the flip side, I just feel like the reason why I have stayed true to myself is because you gotta make your private life happy and make sure that whoever's coming into yours and your child's world is adding something.
I agree. So is your because I agree with you. Your stance, Brittany, because I've listened to some of your like podcasts and talk.
Oh, did this nigga do actual research for this chat? Did this nigga come prepared? No way, this nigga came prepared. No,
he's doing better than what Shannon did with Tyloo. Damn, bro.
MPJ being more prepared is fucking crazy.
Into guys and whatever. And going back and forth with them, like, what is your stance on like past? Are you like once you meet the person, past doesn't really matter? What is your thoughts on that?
I feel like everything someone has encountered up into present day needed to happen. So whatever has taken place, whatever puzzle pieces these relationships have given you, I'm not going to judge anyone for it. If I don't want someone to judge me for my past, I cannot judge them. And I feel like, of course, I am always going to be very vocal about that group of people that I feel like, you know, if you have had public relationships or you've just lived a very public life like myself, I always found myself going to bat for and being that voice for that. Because, you know, for me, it's like, I live my life out loud. Like, I mean, pretty much everything I've done, you can Google and find it. So I feel like you not wanting children, like, with someone who already has a kid because you don't have children is a very different energy than, oh, you dated this basketball player who took you seriously, who you thought was your end game, and like, I wouldn't look at you as that. Like, to me, that's very egotistical. Again, your preference, you're allowed that, but I also think it's kind of like, okay, like.
I feel like it's honestly, it might be the way most men are wired versus how women are wired. Like, I feel like most women, and correct me if I'm wrong, y'all don't care as much about past as men. And I feel like that's because y'all have a gift of being more forgiving, being more graceful, being more this, all these things. And men seem to like, dudes will get mad over some stuff that happened 5 years ago when you weren't even with them. Like, I don't know what that is in men. I feel like it's just a difference in like how we view a situation. I don't really know if it's necessarily like wrong, but it could very well be an ego thing. And that's not the right way to go about relationships. But at the end of the day, I feel like whatever your preference is, there's someone out there for everyone. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I also feel like though that men collectively not only have like pretty low self-esteem for the most part, or their ego is astronomical. I feel like men fixate a lot on someone's past because they feel that another man can permanently taint a woman. You don't have that power.
Bro, she has to shut the fuck up. Bro, you are literally the woman who has openly stated that you regret a bunch of men just using you willy-nilly. You are the one who is so easily to persuade and convince that you met a man and all of a sudden you fake being a Muslim for like 6 months. That's you. You are easily influenced because your entire life on the internet has been influenced by someone else. We've seen it. And all you...
Well, she actually faked it? Like, she admitted to it? Or like, she just like...
It wasn't real, bro. You can't go from that degree of extreme, being that deep into religion, to then all of a sudden you're no longer that anymore. You're just walking around looking like this now. Like if you're a Muslim, let's say she didn't actually, and that she actually is attached to the religion. The degree of influence that made her wear a hijab to this now means that someone influenced you to do those things. Something that you were never really doing at any point in your life. You started doing for a 6-month period, and then you stopped doing it all of a sudden. You're easily influenced. You are literally the woman that most niggas think about. You are influenced by someone or something so much so that I do not want to associate myself with that. That was you. You are literally that person.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, I can't even fight it. She literally just is a hypocrite, bro.
She's literally that person. Dead ass. Man, where you gotta go?
I've gone through a lot of changes internally, and as a result, my outer world has completely crumbled.
Why is she laughing like that?
Woo! Wow.
What the fuck?
In just about every area in my life, I have no idea where I'm going to live.
She's actually
She's unhinged, bro. She's crazy. Listen to this. This is a woman that you believe, or really anyone. This is a person that you believe would have the ability to sit there and tell somebody else they don't know what they're going to do next in their lives. They don't know if they're secure or their ego isn't in a way. This is the type of person that has the ability to make those type of assessments.
Woo! Wow.
Why are you
in just about every area in my life, I have no idea.
Hold on, one more time.
Every area in my life, leaving me incredibly uncertain. Sorry, I don't know. Incredibly uncertain in just about every area in my life. I have no idea where I'm going to live or how I'm going to provide for my son.
Doesn't know where she's going to live. Doesn't know where she's going to provide for her son. You don't know any of those. You don't know the answers to any of those questions.
But Allah has moved mountains for me, and I trust that this will be no different. I feel like Alice when she ate the cookie and her feet went through the windows and she's crammed in the house like that. I've outgrown where I am. The facade is fading. Alhamdulillah. And I'm at a place where I don't want anything that doesn't have my name on it. Take it away. It serves no purpose here. And I don't want any more than I'm meant to have because I can do a lot with a little. The facade is fading.
The facade is fading.
The facade fades. And all the BS is cleared
You know,
out.
you know what I realized about
It makes
Brittany?
room for what?
What's that?
I think she just might be bipolar. Like, actually, I don't think she's all the way there,
Genuinely
bro.
can be.
The mood swings,
Possibility.
random crash outs to then talking calmly and eloquent. Eloquent, I don't even know, or trying to just speak with a high vocabulary and be calm. She just, I think she just might be bipolar, bro. Honestly, someone needs to diagnose her, like genuinely.
She could be, but the truth of the matter is, this is not the woman that can sit here and tell people what they need to do and what they don't need to do. Like, this is not. You are so out of your depth that it's ridiculous.
Well, she's so out of her depth that she might be bipolar, which then means, right, that she thinks she's that person. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to find the where's the video where she openly admitted about trying to trap men. Is that still on her IG?
Someone got it. I know someone on YouTube did like a
Are you
reaction
talking about
to
the
that.
one where she's like, you could just fuck an athlete, they're really dumb.
Yeah,
You know what's crazy? I guarantee you, TikTok
Nope,
TV has a reaction.
she deleted all of them. She deleted all of them.
It's on the internet, bro.
Yep.
Nothing's ever deleted.
Someone has it. Someone has. I know they do.
Someone hit up Ticket, bro. I know that nigga did a reaction to that video, bro.
Always been for
He's the
you.
type of nigga to make content like that, bro.
So that's who we're talking about. That's where she was at. Literally just this last year. That video was literally last year. That was a video from last year. So, dog, let's stop the malarkey, dog.
You just don't. So it's like, again,
You don't think so? You don't think
a
that some
man
women
cannot
are
permanently
damaged?
taint me. It's just like,
Not
because
you, maybe you're very a strong, independent woman, but a lot of women are they've had relationships.
Wait, now, look, go back.
This
Go back.
nigga is pandering.
Go back to when he said that. Look how like joyful she got.
Wait, is that the video right there? Hold on. Like, these are the videos she would have like psychotic episodes in the fucking car.
I'm telling you, she's fucking bipolar, bro. It's funny. No.
Like, she was really a weird fuck, bro.
Condoms, really. So if first people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb. First people to deal with are the athletes. None of them.
So this is the woman that is openly trying to give how-to guides on how to trap athletes. Like, bro, what are we even talking about? I just want to make sure everybody understands that we're all on the same page, on the same woman that we're talking about right now.
Baby's name is Paul Jermaine Washington. If you wanted to just fuck me and just say she's I hit Brittany Renner, that's that. Why did we have a baby? Our baby's name is Paul Jermaine Washington III. Does that sound like an oops baby? Does that sound like someone who was bamboozled? You wanted me to have your child at 22 years old. If you wanted to just fuck me and
Yeah. So this is the woman that we're referring to, bro. So I don't, bro. She can sit here and talk to somebody now because she thinks that she's reaffirmed or reformed. Excuse me. She can sit here and talk to somebody like she's reformed or some shit like that, like she's a new person. But at the end of the day, who you are and the rhetoric that you have spewed your entire time on the internet has been one of which is a woman that has been the stereotypical woman that men are told to avoid. That is literally who you are.
You just don't. So it's like, again,
You don't think so? You don't think
A
that some
man
women
cannot
are
permanently
damaged?
taint me. It's just like
Not
because
you, maybe you're very a strong, independent woman, but a lot of women are they've had relationships that have completely changed their personalities, the way they trust a man, the way they view men in general. I feel like
I want to be very clear. That's people in general. If you have enough bad experiences, the way that you perceive and interact with people, your mannerisms, who you are as a person, the way in which you approach other people, it's going to eventually change. It would be dumb of you for it not to change. At some point in the beginning, there is a little bit of naiveness that comes with you trying to navigate through life because you have not yet had the experiences. So the more bad experiences you have as a person, the more you're going to be a bit more cautious, not as naive, and in some way a little bit jaded through the way in which you interact with people because of your previous interactions. That is normal. To sit here and act as if like you go into interactions or people without having any, like everyone just receives a clean slate, that's dumb. That's dumb.
you can be in a messed up relationship that can really mess you up.
Right, but I think where I'm focusing on, because I think it's, I get what you're saying. You're saying that people can be jaded from whatever experiences they have. But I feel like when it comes to past and a man focusing on what happened 5 years ago or what man you slept with or what guy you were with, that is thinking when this man stuck his penis in her, she no longer has value. So that to me is where I challenge like that, because it's like, okay, well, who are y'all having sex with? Yeah. We're the whores, but who are we all fucking? You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of where it's like, you know, yes, we're aware of double standards. We all love them when it benefits us. But the truth of the matter is, it's like, if you meet somebody that makes sense, whether they have a kid, whether they've been with someone publicly that was in the league, it's like, why miss out on the potential love of your life just because some guy dated her and it didn't work out? They were meant to have a kid. They moved on. It's just like I said, but
that's probably the mature mindset. No.
Oh my God, MPJ is going to pander for this entire fucking episode. No, and I'm assuming this happened before. The whole incident. You cannot sit here and question why someone would not want to date a woman like yourself after the actions that you just did. You just did something that would put someone in a position to not want to do those things. And then you are also the same woman that was sitting here explaining to other women how to trap an athlete. And so if those are the women that are coming towards athletes and one of them end up getting pregnant, then at that point, that's why they would not want to interact with you. That's it. She reveals that her and Kevin Gates are already divorced?
Damn, that was in June.
Wait, what?
Wasn't she talking about
April 2nd?
being married
Wait, say that
in, like,
again?
May?
Hold on. Let's read. Let's hear it.
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and things changing. Right. Honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
Yeah, well,
this is the most unserious person I've ever seen in my life. You got married in April, divorced the next day. Married and then divorced, and then because of this religious belief that you really are not dedicated to, you then realize that you have to wait 90 days before you can then move on with your life. You got married and divorced longer than the 90-day wait period. Do you know how fucking stupid that sounds? And again, I want to be very, very clear. Let's say Kevin Gates is someone who wasn't good for her. Let's say that he was the problem. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, he was the problem. Let's say that'd be the case. However, it is now even more proof in your most recent relationship how easily influenced you are. So much so that you married a man that you were not that familiar enough with, to the point in which you end up getting a divorce within a month's time. Bro, listen to yourself. That's the reason why you are the woman that further proves this. You dedicated, or faked it, in my opinion, your religious beliefs because of the influence of the man that you were in most recently. That's it. And so now here you are, not even abiding by the religious principles anymore. You're not even abiding by them anymore. And you know what? That is fine. Do whatever you need to do in life to figure things out, but sitting there casting judgment on other people because of their standards, because they don't want to have to go through all the ups and downs and trials that you go through, that they set their barriers before they even make the mistakes, that's not their fault. That's them making sure they don't look like a dumbass like you do. That's all that is. That's all that is. Also, Kevin Gates running his fucking mouth talking about LeBron and Savannah and that married man's wife and the things in which she does as a wife for him, and this nigga can't even stay married longer than 90 fucking days. Niggas is weirdos.
Oh no, 100%. I wish I could think like that.
Off that too, it's like, why are we seen as like the baggage? You know, like why do we, when it's like a blessing?
Baby mama, there's a baby daddy.
And also, right, and also like I really thought, and so did my ex, we thought we were endgame, and then Zoe came before that. So honestly, it showed me that actually you were not my endgame.
Yeah. And
so it's like I had to learn in a different.
I think it's the same ideology is the reason why men like some type of like purity in a woman, but women don't really like that in men. Like the girls that a lot of dudes go for is like someone who hasn't done everything in the book and like been around the world and seen everything there is to see and done everything. Like they like to bring like a new experience to a woman, and I feel like women are the opposite. They want a dude who has done his thing, can show them, you know, put them on new things. I feel like it's the same ideology. I feel like men and women are wired different, but putting myself in y'all's shoes, the double standards would get irritating. The fact that we think that we can just have a crazy past and have a million bodies in our past.
A billion bodies. A million's generous.
But then
a billion.
We'll be tripping about if a girl we like has however many bodies. My question is, does that matter at all?
Be very mindful that, again, not to say that I don't understand the double standard is there, but Brittany Renner just literally was married to someone despite her past. So
does past matter like at all?
That's hard because I feel like there's a part of me that's like, get it out of your system. I don't care what happened before me as long as it's not happening when I'm with you and after. Mm-hmm. But also, like, to some extent, because who are you exchanging energy with? Right. Like how
those are real soul ties. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
When you talk about baggage, like I believe in that. I
Yeah.
believe that all these people that you've been with you can bring that into the next situation.
You can also cut the cord as well. But
absolutely. Yeah. So for me, it's like,
oh fuck. She's gonna gaslight this nigga the entire episode. I already fucking know it, bro. I already know it.
So how accessible are you? Because then that changes things. Like, are you really picky with who you're exchanging energy with? That to me is important.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 33 years old. I'm not having a conversation about like body count. Like in my mind, it's not like something I'm ever bringing up. I just don't care. Again, like every step that you have taken to arrive here, it's written. So for me to like get caught up on all these insignificant really details, like I'm more concerned about, do I like you as a person? Do I like who I am when I'm with you? Can I be more of myself with this guy? These are the three questions that mean the most to me. So all that body count and, you know, all that other stuff before, to me, it's just like, yes, like it's very talked about in pods, but it's like, how are we moving this conversation forward in like a productive way? Because it's like, okay, I don't want a girl who's been with a bunch of guys. Okay, well, I don't want a guy who's been with a bunch of bitches. Great, now where do we go from here? You guys, we want somebody pure. Okay, but you're not. You're asking for something that you're not. Like,
100%.
And I want everybody to understand, even the way in which Brittany Renner is acting right now, the way she's acting, her mannerisms, how excited, no, not excited, how triggered she gets by these conversations is based off of her experience. It's based off of previous conversations. The way you're acting right now is based off of previous conversations. The simple fact that why don't you just let that shit go, right? You said you can cut ties, cut that shit off and move the fuck on. Move on. Right? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do those things? Also, she's right. At 33 years old, body count shouldn't be a part of the conversation. But it does become a part of the conversation when you're dealing with a bunch of 20-year-olds. So probably date someone of your age, and then that probably won't be that big of a difference. But yeah, if you go around in your late 20s, entering 30s, and you're dealing with some nigga that's in college, nigga, they're gonna ask you immature things. The fuck are we talking about? I'm tired of these immature conversations and questions. That's why I got pregnant by a nigga that I met in college. Shut the fuck up. Fuck.
like, are you waiting? Have you waited till you are married, or
no?
That's
what I'm saying. I think it is.
So
a
you're
double
not really
standard.
pure either. You see what I'm saying?
I think it is a double standard. Like dudes really have a double standard on that. I'm not saying a double standard is right. I think that I'm not saying it's right. I just think it exists for whatever reason it is. I don't know if that's going anywhere. Like I said, there's someone out there for anyone, but I do think that double standard exists, and I think talking about it and getting the perspective from both sides, like, it does matter, because putting ourselves in your shoes, like, we would be mad if there was a double standard. Dudes definitely try to, like I said, have those double standards. You have been in the public eye for a long time. You've been on, social media. I'm not sure how you got the notoriety you got. I remember watching some videos back in the day of you being very outspoken about certain issues. What were some of those things? Was it mostly advocating for women, or was it like...
This nigga's asking great questions, but because he doesn't know, she's going to lie. But let's see if she tells the truth on what she used to talk about.
Maybe he does know, but he's just lobbing her up for bait.
No, he's fucking dumb.
Man, it's MPJ.
No, it's MPJ. Shout out, what up to you, Stoffer? What up with you?
Hey, man, listen, he's on a hell of a run, bro. You got to respect him.
Oh, yeah, MPJ's on a hell of a run.
In the day who you're speaking on,
this is 17 steps shit right here, man.
Have those views changed at all as you've gotten older, or do you feel like you're still the same Brittany as you were?
Well, I think my heart has never changed. So there's pieces of interviews, videos that you'll find that it still reflects who I am and where I am today. I think for me, a lot of girls coming up, it was the ones who were more quiet. Everyone has their own way of teaching, don't get me wrong, but like, I feel like there were a lot of things that were unspoken, and if I only have value because you don't know my truth, then I don't really have value. So it's like, for me, I just found myself like, what is there to be ashamed of? So when I'm openly talking about my body count on Shannon Sharp or whatever, I'm gonna be ashamed for what? You know what I mean? So I just feel like for me, people just need to be more comfortable with their truth, whatever that looks like. And again, it only takes one person to see your value. That's yourself. When you choose yourself, everything in your outer world, it catches up. So it's like, I will find a man that also accepts me for me. I only need one guy. Yeah. I don't need 5. I don't even 1,000 guys to wrap around the corner and wait for me. Like, for what? So I think for me, it's just like, dude, I'm saying things that people either A, have already done, B, are too afraid to talk about, and C, I just like, and what's gonna come behind it? Because I don't do apology tours, and it is what it is. I accept what comes behind my decisions.
Everything she's saying is true. You do what you want to do. That's fine. My problem, and I think the issue that she's going to continue to run into, is that at the end of the day, you can accept your decisions that you made. We can accept the decision that you made, but you also have to accept that those decisions come with consequences. Those decisions come with some people may not be willing to interact with you because of what you decided to do. Like, those are all things that are a part of it. And yeah, she didn't really answer the question. She gave a very vague answer about, I basically just talked about my truths and what I did back in the day. And so I in some capacity, it sounds like you're admitting that you're telling on yourself about how you knew the idea and the ways in which to trap basketball players because they don't wear condoms and you just want to get pregnant by them real quick. You can come up a real check. Like, those are all things that you said. You said those things. And so if that comes from experience, then yes, absolutely. That's what you're going to deal with. And so at the end of the day, the same way that you sat there and talked about how it speaks volumes about the women that these men go around with putting their dick in, and now all of a sudden you don't trust nobody or you treat them like XYZ, that means that that's a representation of the women that you're around, which I think is a very fair assessment. That is the exact same thing can be said about the men that you're around. You're around some men that feel so comfortable with fucking you without a condom.
Okay.
What does that say about the type of men that you're around? You also said that you regret or you got tired of men just using your body willy-nilly. What does that say about the men that you're around? And then question, MPJ, why don't you want to date us?
I feel like part of the reason I wanted you on here, I didn't even know you'd get on your first podcast.
I know,
but I was gonna ask. I
it's
feel like
okay.
part of the reason though is the authenticity you've always had. You know, I feel like speaking on the subjects you speak on and being very outspoken and like that is rare, especially as a woman. But in both of your situations, like the world, in my situation too, just if you're gonna be public at all, if you're a public figure at all, the world does beat you up. They love negativity and all these things. And a lot of your guys' situation has come from men. So has that, not that you guys hate men or anything like that, but has that like weighed on you at all? Like just you with the Andrew Tate podcast, so I watched a little bit of your clips with the Fresh and Fit guy. And you're just like, do those things, having those conversations ever just, you get tired of dudes?
No, did you watch those clips? We had a great conversation.
The Fresh and Fit one, yeah, but
we had a great conversation.
Really?
So we spoke for 2 hours. Now the clip that went viral was me calling them bitch ass niggas. That was like the first 5 minutes.
Not even that. Just the fact that like when you're saying your points or whatever, it seemed like he was like making light of it or joking around.
And that's fine because at the end of the day, I don't question any platforms I'm called to. I'm going to teach and I'm going to share what wisdom was gifted to me, and whether it's received or not is not really my concern. So again, I've sat down with Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, academics, Joe Budden, Kevin Samuels when he was alive. I mean, all these people who were supposed to tear me apart, and it's really just about perspective sharing. So it's like, I love talking to different people, even a tyrant can be a teacher. So I definitely don't hate.
I wonder why she doesn't, has she done any podcasts with like women? Has she done like a more women-centric podcast?
I don't know.
Because I think it is kind of odd that those are the only type of men that she's been around. Because a lot of the men,
the red pill demons.
Not only just red pill demons, but men who are going to be by nature a bit more passive and lenient towards Brittany Renner because who she is and the way she looks. Because if Brittany, not Pearly either, not Pearly things, if Brittany was butt ass ugly saying those things, they would be much more harsh on her. Way harsher on her than they would be another woman. But because of who she is, they're definitely more lenient and way more forgiving. And let's just call a spade a spade. Those niggas are also going to be a lot more what was that?
What is that?
There's kids playing outside.
Oh, that scared me. I thought Raquel was upstairs screaming.
Yeah, Oh shit! No.
I ain't
Also,
gonna lie. I woke up my cat, bro.
also, women like they're also. I'm just gonna say it. They're hoe forgivers. Like they like at the end of the day.
They're what? What'd you say?
They're hoe forgivers.
They're hoe for wait.
Yeah, they are. They are hoe forgivers.
Okay.
They are.
I'm gonna just let you get out. Rock out, gang. I'm gonna go on mute.
But think about it. They're going to forgive the whole activity because they also interact and benefit from that type of activity. Kevin Samuels, he's gonna, as long as the hoe knows that she ain't never gonna be the wife, he's fine with that because that allows him to just fuck as many women as he wants. Same with Fresh and Fit. Same with every other red pillar out there. Joe Budden is going to be extremely lenient because that nigga does some freaky shit as well. Apologists. Whole apologists. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, in their mind, the best fun they've ever had in their life has been around some hoes. Yeah, he's a whole... Joe Budden has said he's a whole venger. So if even if he doesn't advise people to do those things, even if they believe that if you actually want to be a quote-unquote high-value woman that you shouldn't act that way, that doesn't mean that they don't surround themselves with those type of women. You know what I'm saying? That's my goat, by the way.
Hate men. I think we love men. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're hopeful romantics. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think it did kind of harden me a little bit. Like, to tap back into like my feminine it took me a long time because I was like, hold on, I have somebody to raise. Okay, I have to be an example for my daughter and what kind of love she should see her mom receive.
Right.
So I really had to like look in on myself, work on those things, and I was just like I can't, I don't have the emotional capacity right now. I need to be at my best if I want the best partner for me and my daughter.
And I mean, it hasn't been public. Like, have you dated anyone since she was born?
She's never met anybody.
Really?
So I'm so picky.
Great way to answer it. That's not what he asked, but great way to answer it. Great way to answer it. Good answer. W answer. The question wasn't, has she met anybody? The question was, have you dated someone? Good answer.
Literally like so picky with who I choose to date. I really have just been focused on mine and Zoe's world to this point. I feel like because I want to be like the best Denise. Like I lost myself so much in that, just trying to be the best partner when it was like I need to look inwards and focus on who I am, what makes me happy, what's gonna make Zoe happy. Zoe wants all her friends to come from like over after school, perfect, like let's, it's just our world. So it's taken me some time. I'm really protective. I've yet to introduce a partner to Zoe. I don't know, I'm like, my guy might be a unicorn, I don't know.
What would be the qualifications like of a dude for either of you to like bring in those situations being a mother now?
You wanna go first?
Like, do you want them taking on like a father role at some point for your child? Like what are the qualifications?
I feel like she just needs to see an example of healthy love, just getting treated the way that a woman should be treated, like a queen. And just kind of have that she has a dad, so I'm not looking for somebody to come and be her dad, but it's like be that figure where it's like she's comfortable enough to have conversations. You can have talks with her and develop that relationship with her that any little girl needs. Right. So that's kind of where I'm at.
I love that. I mean, I feel the same way.
Oh, he's a hove venger, not a hoe venger. Y'all niggas is crazy.
Too, where it's just kind of like, I think when you have a child as well, life gets very serious, where maybe other instances where you were like horse playing and just kind of doing stuff for the plot. It's like when you have a little person running around and you want to really make sure that, again, like you said, they're treating you with the utmost respect. And yeah, even though, again, my son has his dad as well, but like if we merge a household, that is inevitably going to be a role. Like my son would look for that.
Right.
So I think it's like, yeah, you want an upstanding guy. You want somebody who is of character, who's consistent, who's a man of his word, who respects you, who's truthful, all these things, you know. So, you know, again, I feel like, you know, sometimes when you have a child, there is that negative stigma just about being a single mom, but there are people who don't care. I mean, look at Sierra and Russell. It's just, she had a baby with Future. You know what I mean? He's
Russell's the best. I'm close with
Yeah.
Russell. He was in Denver. I was over at his house, and the way he views Little Future as he takes care of him
as he should.
It's fire. Now Russ, and there's guys out there like that. What do you guys think are some misconceptions about you guys as individuals that like the work? Because I feel like you
Bring out the parchment.
you haven't really been very outspoken. I know you've been very outspoken and you
Yeah.
defend your views and all those things. But what do you think individually are some misconceptions?
People think that, oh my God, they think I'm so opposite of who I am. Like, honestly, like, they think I'm just out here. I was out here for the clout and whatever came with Zoe. They labeled me as a gold digger, a whore, slut, like all just disgusting things.
Mhm.
They couldn't be more wrong about me, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've seen it all. I'm like, my comments, like.
And they still to this day, 7 years later?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, too many misconceptions to name, to be
What's
honest.
one that like really like couldn't be more true? Or couldn't, like, is just the opposite of you, or just one you see all the time that kind of just rubs you? I have mine that people just think about me, but like.
What is it? Let's hear yours first.
My misconception about me?
Yeah.
I don't know. So like back when COVID was happening, right? Like I didn't take the vaccine. Just because I think you should be able to decide for yourself. I've never really taken vaccines. My parents homeschooled us and we weren't going to school. We weren't doing all that. So like as soon as you don't do something, I feel like that the public is for, you're just labeled as a certain type of person. And you're just, like, it was, everybody thinks because I didn't take the vaccine, and all of a sudden I'm Trump this and Trump that, all this crazy stuff. I don't know how all that gets grouped together. But there's countless just misconceptions that come along with.
You don't know how that gets grouped together. I mean, to be fair, he shouldn't be labeled that way. But sitting there saying you don't know how that got grouped together is fucking ridiculous. Wasn't he? MPJ wasn't pro MAGA? Or am I dumb? Did I buy into the propaganda? Oh, he is? Is there any evidence that he's pro MAGA? Because, like, Staffa said no, so I have to believe in Staffa. Let me see. Let me see. Is there any evidence? If not, then we'll hold off on the. Jonathan Isaac, without a doubt, is a conservative. But Jonathan Isaac actually, what do they call it? He actually participates in like very steep Christian beliefs. Like very, very steep Christian beliefs. Oh, well, here you go. This says that MPJ is a MAGA supporter. Or Trump supporter, excuse me.
Get these people that you get on your who's the ones with the connections to get, because I think I watched the Donald Trump one. That was you guys, right?
Yeah, it's a mix.
Elon,
it's kind of like a team effort.
Really?
Yeah.
But like what's the process of reaching out to these people?
Honestly, it could happen just like how
going
you
out
guys
really?
gone on.
Bro. Yeah, we've done that stuff like that.
We're boys with Dana White because we do a lot of shit with the UFC.
Okay.
So he was the one that got us Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a big interview, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Because they pretty much tried to like shut Trump up, right?
They deleted the pod we did with him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Like, and you don't know who deleted it?
YouTube.
Just cause why?
Just cause.
Why do you think they tried to like completely? You guys get these people that you get on your pod. Who's the one?
That doesn't say that he's pro. Okay, y'all niggas is fucking ridiculous.
The decisions I've made, and it is tough to deal with, but at the end of the day, people's public opinion of you, like, they don't meet you in real life. They don't have a real impact on your happiness unless you let them. Like, there is times where I get off social media. Like, I would rather just be with my family, my friends, and not even see it, because anybody could say, this doesn't affect you, this doesn't affect you. But at the end of the day, if you see too much stuff, we're all human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I do take my breaks from social media for that reason. But at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. That's what comes with it.
Yeah, I feel like I really don't post. I started really posting a little bit more after Basketball Wives because I needed to look inwards and make sure that my life was happy privately. And that's why I'm like, I can post a life that nobody really knows about. And I take pride in that because it's like, you guys are going to talk shit to me anyway, so I might as well.
Right.
Yeah.
You still didn't answer.
I don't know. You know, I've joined Instagram when I was 20 and I'm 33 now. So I think that very early on, I was labeled a villain. And I feel that in this world, you're either handed a hero jersey or a villain jersey. And I would say even before I really started to just run amok and be vocal, I was already labeled as that. So I think for me, it's like, yeah, a lot of people have horrible things to say, which is fine. Your feelings are not facts, right? And also nobody asked, but thank you for sharing that. Somebody cares somewhere in the world. But it's just like, I don't know, I think sometimes too, like those negative, like those misconceptions and just people being nasty, I kind of like the benefit of it. Because if people think I'm like this terrible, nasty, horrible, succubus, harlot, whore, villain, stay the fuck away from me. Like, don't talk to me, or like keep your distance if you see me. Like, I don't really mind that. But I don't know, I just feel like there's just a lot of negative things. I would say more recently, probably the stuff about just with being Muslim and their reasoning why they feel I converted. I think that stuff has just been maybe more of the glaringly obvious stuff that's just been thrown at me, which is like, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that in a little bit. I feel like what's really weird though is like in your guys' situation, your baby daddy probably approached you guys and they'll label you guys like you guys are like trapping guys, or any baby mama who's the baby mama of a wealthy person, a rapper, athlete, whatever. The woman is the one who gets shamed and gets degraded. So I find that kind of crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can tell you the day it's so funny.
They're different because this is not like a normal situation, and I don't know why he keeps acting as MPJ's like degree to discern what the average is in contrast to the specific situation that's right in front of them is completely different. They are different because they met their baby daddies when they were young, before they even got into the league. So this is not like a situation in that sort. But she went to high school with the nigga. Like they were in high school with that. So that's a different situation. Now I would love to see what Brittany Renner is going to say, but Denise is different
too. Because the day that I met, we went to the same school, the same high school. The day that I met him was after practice, my senior year. We went to the school, like hosted this dinner at this like, it was called Pappuccino's. It's like this little restaurant in Chino Hills, and basketball team was going to CIF finals, soccer team was going to CIF finals. So it was just like a intimate like dinner on the patio for us. And it was after practice, and I told my coach, I was like, I don't want to go. I'm tired. I have homework. Like, we have this game coming up. Don't want to go. What's the point? I can't even get cute. Like, we're going straight after. What's the point? You know, like, we're not gonna. And I remember like that was the first time I had seen him, but I had gone to school with him all these years. I was just doing my own thing, and sure enough, like he approached me, and since then, like after that night, like we were kind of inseparable. And we had our own things going on. So it's like some things just land on like people who aren't really clocking it. Like, you guys really think that I knew this guy in high school. Like, I never wanted our relationship to be based off the things that he can do for me. Because I was like, it's not our foundation of how we even liked each other. You know what I mean? So I just feel like people just will always find something negative to say about it. So it sucks, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna say, hey, look at me, I'm a good person. Like, hey, no, this is my love. No, like, it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of athletes that I've met, they're like coddled man children.
For sure.
So
We definitely are.
yeah, it's like this guy was good in middle school. He had his whole future mapped out.
Yeah.
Everybody from the teachers to the professors to the coaches to that's really to me what my experience. There are some stereotypes that are just true.
Yeah.
And I remember I made a video back in 2018 saying, you know, athletes are really dumb. Because most of them are, you know, it's just like if there's substance, it's just not what they lead with. So for me, it's like,
The fact that she's acknowledging that was in 2018. Hold on, chat. Thank you. Thank you. Huh. Oh man. Thank you. Oh. Niggas talking about big ass plate. First, the greens. Spaghetti.
Okay, well then.
But.
Oh wait. Before we go, the fact that she is openly willing to admit that she made that video in 2018, a year before she met the nigga, is ridiculous.
And she also did not mention the other thing that she said.
Yes.
In the video, just the part that athletes are dumb.
The fact that you don't want to just so what? How dumb are they, Brittany? Because you explained to us that they're so dumb that you can just get pregnant by one of them and then get a checkup off of them. That's literally what you said. What?
So for me, I think it's like because of playing basketball. Like you guys throw a ball in a hoop. You guys aren't curing cancer. Just like we're on reality TV. We're not doing anything to change the world. This is like cotton candy for the soul. But what it comes down to is like, you guys are have an opportunity to change your whole family situation. So you're already fucking king dingling when you're fucking 13 years old. Like, so then you grow up, no real character, no integrity. Your teacher was low-key wanted to fuck you, and you had this other bitch who was sucking your dick and doing your homework. And it's just like, now you guys are expected to be like outstanding men? No, like you guys suck. Like, it's, you know what I mean? So it's not shocking. It's not breaking news. This is a tale as old as time.
But
what the fuck is she talking about?
Now I want everybody to understand something very important here. You are furthering the point that contradicts your point earlier about how the people around certain people, their interactions, their history, their past is going to shape who they are. The irony is that you are literally sitting here saying that for whatever reason, you are not one of those women. After you openly admitted of basically writing the script on how to become one of those women. Do you know how fucking crazy that sounds, bro? You want us to believe you're not that woman, even though you told people how to be that woman. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? And then you, in the same vein, don't want people to judge anybody, but in particular your case, women, based off of their past and the interactions that they have with these athletes, despite the fact that you're now acknowledging how some of these women are with these athletes. You are now acknowledging that. You're acknowledging that. So Raquel said, do I need some Parmesan cheese? Chat. Did I make her come back down here with the Parmesan?
Yeah.
Then we're saying
It's Parmesan cheese, man. Don't turn down Parmesan cheese.
high value man. Nigga said, "Have mercy."
If that's a stereotype on athletes or whatever, then why? Then doesn't that stereotype exist for the women that so many of them flock to?
Oh shit! MPJ getting in his fucking bag. Hold on.
Chad, I want to make sure that we don't roll past what she just said. She said that the teacher wanted to fuck the 13-year-old athlete.
Yeah.
In her hypothetical.
All those hypothetical grown women who wanted to fuck those teenage athletes. Ugh. That's why I didn't really deem it that big of a deal if I wanted to. Allegedly. Allegedly. We're just gonna be all alleged, huh? We're gonna be alleged on that one. Pause. That also sounded crazy coming out of my mouth. What the fuck?
Because if all these girls know, if all of them know that athletes are dumb and they don't have any character and they know that the dudes are gonna probably cheat on them,
not all.
most of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, then the women who are going after these dudes, there's got to be something wrong with them, like bad intentions. Like what we go back to. So the stereotype that some of these girls are like called the names that they're called, do you think that there's any validity to that if the stereotype really is that athletes are dumb and we're not good dudes and we're gonna cheat on the girls that we're with? Like, so what does that say about the girls that are chasing them?
What a fucking question! What a question! Now again, I want to be clear. This question doesn't really apply to Denise because she met the nigga. She met the nigga before they were in the NBA. Brittany Renner, however, is completely different.
Fantastic.
The girls that are chasing them.
That's, first of all, fantastic fucking point. Relationships are mirrors. I also think too, when you meet somebody and you see these glimpses of hope, like, okay, maybe there is more to them. Maybe they are different. Maybe I'm different. Maybe he was doing all these things because it wasn't the right fit. And then you come to find out that, well, the best prediction for future behavior is past behavior. It's not that anybody can't change, it's do they want to. So I think that's where you ask yourself,
nigga, she's not only she yapping, my nigga, she's literally contradicting the things she said earlier. Listen, she's talking about past being predictors of what's going to happen in the future. She's literally she's contradicting her own. What the fuck?
It wasn't the right fit. And then you come to find out that, well, the best prediction for future behavior is past behavior. It's not that anybody can't change, it's do they want to. So
you judge them off of their past. You see how that fucking started? You see how that clicks for you? You see how that clicks for you? Also, I find it very convenient that when it comes to you and the potential mistakes that you made over the course of your lifetime, it's always, I just wanted the best and I thought I'd give him another chance and I wanted this, that. But when it comes to these men, they're low down, dirty dogs who dumb fucks that got touched as kids by their teachers. Be very mindful if that is the case. That would be victim shaming because those little boys at the time were victims. Be very mindful of that. Be very mindful. But it's okay for us to shame them. But if shame them when they're minors, but if we shame you off of the decisions that you make as an adult, don't do that. But this minor that grew up in this world that pedestalized him to the point where he didn't have to develop as a complete person and didn't have to grow any character, we get to shame that individual. But you as an adult deciding to go after and pursue a 19-year-old, that's fine.
I think that's where you ask yourself, you know, I think now it's like, how am I a vibrational match to this person? But I think that's a very fair point. It's like, what is each person mirroring back? Because it's kind of like the perfect storm. You're dumb, she's smart, put them together, you know? It's like, you know, it's just, so yeah, I think it's like you do think that it'll be different. And maybe that's where you can be a little naive and thinking, well, he won't cheat on me. Because I know that's what I thought. I thought, oh, he has an old soul. Like, oh, maybe these other girls, because they just weren't me. Like, I'm a better fit for him. It's going to be a better relationship, and it's the same shit.
Why do you I think I saw a comment of you speaking on the fact that the type of dude you go for, I don't know if this was a true quote or not, but the type of guy you would go for would probably cheat on you. I feel like, I don't know if that was a true quote.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Really? Well, I feel like that's a lot of
modern
women's...
monogamist, so I don't believe in that.
Okay, well, a lot of women's like type or the guy that they like, they know that guy. Like they know that they're not going to go for the guy that's going to be amazing to them, never cheat on them, be obsessed with them, whatever. Like they got 10 of those guys right here at their doorstep, but they're going to go for the dude who probably is going to end up doing them crazy. What do you think is the reasoning for that? Is that just a lack of, do you feel like once a woman reaches a certain age, she gets past that and she really wants the good guy? Or why do you think so many girls go?
How old is MPJ? He talks like a... MPJ talks about these things as if like he's a 13-year-old watching Fresh and Fit. Like the way he speaks about relationships is almost as if like he's never actually been in a fucking relationship. He's 27? Brother, you are speaking as if like you're 16, bro.
Yeah, man, you already know, bro. God didn't give him women, man, because he knew.
Bro, the way in which he's speaking,
God gave him money.
He's speaking like he's a 16-year-old. Like I don't like when women get older, they normally get out of that situation. Oh, he's never been in a relationship, Raquel? Damn. God did give him money though, Denver. You're right. God gave him money, a bunch of women, or not a wife, and also a bad back.
For something they know. Is it the nurturing aspect of women or what is it? Please inform me.
I think that sometimes like nice guys finish last. Like
not for sure. I'm trying to figure out.
Like sometimes
I'm trying to figure out why.
I'm like, ew. Like I want flowers from him, not him. Like I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like that it shows where your emotional capacity is at. Because are you really going to be happy with somebody who's cheating on you? No. I better not fucking find out actually. But I think some women now are okay with that because of what they get out of it. I don't understand that. I'm very much like, don't let me find out. But yeah, I also am just like, I don't really want the nice, like, it's like, give me a challenge. Yeah. Really? I don't know. No. At one.
How old is she? How old is Lonzo? Give me a challenge. Nigga, you're not 16 anymore. Yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie, when people, period, speak like this, men and women, like, men getting this hard on, like, oh, you're playing hard to get. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up, my nigga. Why do you want a challenge? 27 to 29? Bro, y'all are too old to speak this way. Give me a challenge. Man. Yeah, Lonzo's 27, be 28. So yeah, she's between 27 and 29. Bro. Like, what are you talking about? Give me a challenge. Ah, man.
One time in my life, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Where I was like, okay, ew, disgusting. Like, don't.
This guy is
I'm
like
just being nice
like the
to you.
simp thing. Like, if he's simping.
Yeah, and this was like where I was at a couple years ago. I feel like I was just kind of like, I'm not into that. Now I just feel like I just really protect my peace. And like I said, my guy's a unicorn, so. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for me that there's a lot of people that they just have a lot of unhealed stuff going on. And then so you're not going to attract what you want, you're going to attract what you are. So I think the issue with that, speaking from experience, because I mean, I've made every mistake and I'm gonna probably make more tomorrow, but our self-esteem is in the fucking dirt. Like, you know, it's like we want that, again, whatever is familiar more, again, like your childhood, like what if you're used to seeking validation or perfectionism or I'm jumping through hoops. That was something for me. It was like, I have to perform to be loved, right? So the unavailable guy emotionally was intriguing to me. But when you start to understand where these wounds are rooted in and you can heal it, you're not attracted to Mr. Bare Minimum that texts you, you know what I mean? So I think it's, you have to pick your self-esteem out of the fucking ground, off the dirt, put your crown on, figure it out, get to the root of what you have going on. Because I feel like for me, I've dated regular guys in recent years and not so regular guys. It's like, I want the guy who's gonna roll out the red carpet to the magic carpet. I don't care if that's Mr. Regular Degular, or if it's Mr. I play basketball or football or like whatever. I think for me, again, when you continuously choose yourself, your outer world has to reflect what's going on internally. So I think people, whether that's the guy.
Brittany Renner does like an amazing job talking without saying nothing. She has perfected the idea of just talking without saying a single fucking thing. She's not saying nothing. She is yapping right now. Raquel just says I can't even hear what she said. But every time a question is being asked of her, her response is like a soliloquy. Instead of just answer, it's like, well, what I've stumbled across my mythical passage is that relationships are like mirrors. Like, what? Just answer the questions, bro. Just answer the question. Just answer it, bro.
Who's talking to himself in your DMs, or the girl who's chasing the guy that doesn't really want her. Just, you know, you got to kind of look at like where are we a match, and why, and do I like this? Yeah.
I feel that. My last relationship question, like, where do you feel like it gets to the point in the relationship where it's just like, if it gets to that point, it's no longer good? Like, do you feel like if you're checking each other's phones, you have each other's Instagram passwords, you have each other's location, like, do you feel like it's time to call it quits? Or do you feel like, because I'm sure you guys have been in situations where you've tried to make it work, not only for the sake of the relationship, but for the sake of the kids. So like, when does it get to a point where it's like, this needs to be over with?
When you have to have somebody's location, or you have to blow them up, or I'm starting not to trust, the relationship's over. It's over. Like, there's no point in doing that. Why do I need to go through, I don't want to go through your Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, I should trust you.
Yeah, I feel like if that's a thought, then you already have your answer. So it's just, you know, again, like I feel like too, when you start to get too attached in that way to the outcome, I feel like you're already starting to lose the plot and the point. It's like you're so obsessed with this relationship working that you're missing all of these red flags that are on fire. You know, whether it's the phone, whether it's just a lack of trust. But I think it all still comes back to this person's mirroring something that you need to work on within yourself. So starting there would be great.
Yeah.
I have one last question. Why do you think men struggle with monogamy so much more than women? Like, do you feel like men are supposed, because some dudes really, and probably some guys you've been on podcasts with, really believe that monogamy is not for men. Like, men should be able to have multiple girls, and it's not natural to lock in with one girl, no matter how special she is. Because I feel like a lot of women get hurt because they feel like, oh, this guy cheated on me, so he must not love me, I'm not enough, and then her self-esteem is terrible. But like, they don't know that you can love a girl fully, like 100%, and still cheat on her, and it's because you lack probably self-control, you probably use but it's not that you don't love her, it's not that she's not enough. So a lot of guys will take that and be like, men just aren't supposed to be with one woman. Do you guys agree with that, or do you feel like it's a lack of self-control, or why do you feel like even if you're the perfect girlfriend, you could still get cheated on? Yeah, what are your thoughts about that?
I think my question would be before we answer, do you believe in monogamy?
Oh my God! She can't answer any questions straight up.
I do. I do believe in it because I grew up with a mom and dad. They're still married after 30-some years. They had 8 kids, homeschooled all of us. So I grew up seeing that. But a lot of my friends, a lot of guys in the NBA, they don't believe that's like natural for like a man. And I see why. Like when you have all these options and you have a wandering eye, like it is hard. Now it's you get on your phone and it's right. If your girl's annoying you, making you mad, you can just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so easy. I personally feel like it's a lack of self-control probably and just but if you really are seeking peace in your life and happiness, I feel like one woman will bring you that more than multiple to me.
He's viewing it through a very privileged lens. Shout out to DG over on YouTube. How you doing, Lo? I'm doing fantastic, my brother. He's viewing it through a very, very privileged lens because most men don't have the same options as NBA players do. So yeah, that can be a bit more validating from them, but no. Yeah, he's Hall of Fame pandering right now.
Yeah. I think like they just have so many options and it's so easy, and I feel like women too, we kind of did ourselves. Some women did as a collective, did us a disgrace because here you are accepting and willingly being that side bitch or whatever it is and making it so easy that you ruin it for fucking everybody.
Yeah, especially nowadays because girls have gone in that mentality of they're trying to be dogs.
Yeah, and they think it's like something to be proud of. It's disgusting.
Like, oh, I got this, dude.
It's so funny that they're literally talking about Brittany Renner, bro. They're literally talking about her. Some girls just made it just so easy and accessible for some of these men to just fuck a bunch of basketball players. It's like, dog, come on. Like, you're making it tough and harder for us. Right, Brittany? Fucking a bunch of men, that's not a good thing, right, Brittany?
I got this dude wants me.
Disgusting.
This dude,
yeah.
There was a point in time, the women before us, they had no rights. It was to be seen.
Oh my God.
Not heard.
Yeah.
This is the most freedom we as women have had collectively in just career and visibility and using our voices and being in prominent spaces. So I feel like at one point in time, the dad would go trade his daughter for 3 cows. So
fuck, man. Fuck Brittany Renner, bro. All-time performance on this one, dog. All-timer, man. This is an all-time performance, man. What hell of a performance on this one right here, bro. Man. Mind you, this question is about monogamy, dog. Fuck.
Oh, man, you don't remember when they would trade their daughters for 3 cows?
Yeah, you don't remember back in those times, man? And so what she's trying to, I'm pretty sure she's going to wrap it up by saying, and so now that women have all the opportunity now and free will, we should be able to just go around and just fuck a bunch of men that we want, and y'all don't like that, and that's the fucking problem. Even though the woman right next to her said that some of you women should have fucking shame when you drop your drawers and just let a man pound you left and right. You should have some shame when that shit happens. It's embarrassing.
it's like, how far back are we going? Because we can compare monogamy to it's not natural because animals don't do it. There are several animals, especially birds, and birds can fly anywhere. They're
Bro, what the fuck is this combo? Bro, what is this combo? And birds can fly everywhere. Look at Denise on the side. She's like, oh yeah, this is a dumb motherfucker right here, boy. This is a dumb motherfucker right here, bro. Shout out to you, DG. Thank you, brother. Bro, this is a dumb one right now. This is a big dumbo.
So if the bird can fly anywhere in the world, why would they be with just one bird?
I didn't even know that was a fact.
Ravens are monogamous.
Bro, this nigga MPJ. MPJ finds anything fascinating, bro. This nigga, you can just say some of the most irrelevant things in the world. Man, I didn't even know that to be the case. He is now lost in a trance and does not understand that his question is not going to get answered because now she's talking about birds. Check the comment section. 2 of the most elite female finessers the NBA has ever seen. Bro is out here capping to keep the doors open. This episode is just 3 people lying for an hour. Brittany is full on contradiction. Oh, Brittany is full of contradictions.
Oh,
she started by people shouldn't judge each other's past, that everything that has happened because it is written. Then later on says that a person's past is the greatest predictor to a person's current. Exactly. That's literally what I just said. She's literally contradicting herself the entire time. MPJ is actually a good interviewer. This is a bot, so it's cool. If Mike, calling this nigga Mike, if Mike be more hustler on the court than these girls on the streets, he be an all-star. Bro. Oh, man.
Monogamous. Eagles are monogamous. Vultures are monogamous. That's why I'm like, there's a lot of birds, and just in general, I love birds, but that are monogamous. So my thing is like, I think it's more disgusting.
The original question again?
It's about, do you think men could be naturally monogamous? How we got down this path of birds being monogamous is so fucking crazy, bro. Just for her to say, I love birds. And you're you know what? Lorenz, you're right. Just the irony. 'Cause she's a bird. She's a bird. The fact that you, as a bird, try to draw connections to men monogamy through birds, hilarious. Hilarious.
For a woman to be like that? No. I think at the end of the day that people are a vibrational match. This is a game that we are in. This is a feedback system.
Okay, well, let me rephrase that. If a man can completely love a woman and still, I feel like, cheat on her.
I feel like I need a drink.
Do you feel like that? A man
How has this conversation got you that triggered? He's not even pushing back right now. He's just asking questions. There is no pushback. You're now triggered because a nigga's just asking questions and you got worked up because of birds and monogamy. Fuck.
You love a woman and still cheat. Do you agree with that or not? He doesn't love you fully.
You don't love yourself.
Yeah.
Period. It's not about this woman isn't enough. She's not fucking popping pussy in a handstand. You as a man, there is something lacking within you.
100%.
Because at the end of the day, like, the deeper the bond and the commitment, everything is heightened in it, from conversation to sex that everybody's so fucking, their panties in a bunch about. Like, everything is better when you have like that best friend. Like, we go to the movies and it's just amazing because this is my bitch, this is my friend. Like, the deeper the bond, the further you really go. You know what I mean? Being able to go to the bottom of the ocean floor is what life is all about.
You're speaking facts.
So it's like, that's why it's like one or the other. It's just like, what reality do you want to experience? Whatever that answer is, just be sure that you're okay with accepting whatever comes behind it. If you want to go out and fuck 100 guys in a week, just be sure you can take on whatever repercussions come with that, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally. Just, my biggest thing is not go fuck 100 guys in a week, and it's not wait until you're married. It's whatever you do, you just make sure you stand on that and you accept whatever comes behind it and be proud of it.
So then that's literally what, do y'all not understand how she's literally contradicting everything she stood on in the beginning? Now all of a sudden you need to take on the full repercussions behind your decisions in the past. But later on in the beginning part, you shouldn't be judged on your past. No one should be judging you on your past. But now she's saying you need to take all responsibility of your past actions. You are contradicting yourself.
Be proud of the things that you do. That's really where I stand with that. So I don't compare one to the other. It's what do people want to experience?
Yeah.
It's not even wrong. It's what do you want to experience? What do you want to experience in this life? There's a buffet. Have whatever you want. Just accept if you get sick from the crab legs, that's on you.
I agree with that. So that leads me to my next question. I want to transition to, you obviously have, you're Muslim now, and I want to talk about the transition to that. What led you to that point, and what led you to be so dedicated in that space? What were you before you were Muslim?
Spiritual.
Just
And I'm right back. Right there. It's not that I'm.
Oh man. What a question, man. What a question. Oh man.
Not Muslim.
What were you before you were Muslim?
Spiritual.
Just spiritual.
And I'm right back right there.
Oh, so.
It's not that I'm not Muslim. It's that I was in a rebuilding, purification process of my life. And when you completely demolish a house, you have to have some type of blueprint, right? You're not just going to just start putting up pillars, and there has to be a map. Islam was the only religion I've ever been drawn to. I don't like rules, and my background is very spiritual. So I go from
What the fuck am I listening to, dog? What am I listening to?
Wouldn't.
How can you be drawn to a religion, all respects, that has, especially in practice to what's happening right now, has some of the most strict rules that women have to abide by? How is that even possible? But you don't like rules, but yet you conform to those rules enough that you are walking around in a fucking hijab. And then literally after that, or hijab, please forgive me about my pronunciation, excuse me. But then after that, you also abided by the rules that you had to wait 90 days. All the rules you were abiding by.
She turned to Kevin Gates for clarity.
And now, out of all people, Kevin Gates.
That was her foundation.
Pacific Ocean to is very thing that only religion I've ever been drawn to. I don't like rules, and my background is very spiritual. So I go from Pacific Ocean to religion puddle. That's any religion. This is not an attack on Islam, because it's all the religions are beautiful in their own way. You don't need religion. Let me say this. Hold on. Oh God. Oh God.
I don't feel like talking about this like people expect it to be worded perfectly.
I know it, but the thing is that I have not talked about it since I took my hijab off. And there are plenty of born Muslims who are not in hijab. There are plenty of Muslims, billions. There are 2 billion Muslims in the world. I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands that are not in hijab, especially in the West. I think religion is a tool just like numerology and just like astrology. It was a tool that I used to really build a solid foundation where I went from far left to far right, and now I'm in a place of harmonization. So I think for me, what inspired me was that my soul was very tired. Again, I see God when I see the sunset. I see God when I look at the ocean. I see God when I just am outside in the grass. And it's like, you don't need specifically religion to have a relationship with God. But I think when you don't know where to turn and you don't have a foundation, like I didn't grow up religious. I grew up raised by my grandparents, unruly, making my own rules. So I think for me, I went back to the basics, learned the foundation, and was like, okay, I'm gonna eat the meat, spit the bones, and this is where I'm at.
For religions like Islam or Christianity.
What did she say? What did she say?
I don't know. All I know is that the question
What did
was,
she
what
say?
were you before you were Muslim?
What did she say? Chat, what did she say? No, seriously, what did she say? She said a fucking thing. She said nothing.
Eat the meat and spit the bones. That's forbidden, by the way. But, you know.
She said absolutely
Whatever, I guess.
nothing. This nigga asked why. Why did you pick Islam? Huh? So there was an ocean, and then it turned into a puddle. And I like rules, and they gave me guidance. Though I don't like rules, but I decided to pick a religion that had a lot of rules. I don't know. I don't know.
That say like, this is the way to God. They're pretty firm on like, there's not multiple routes, there's not multiple ways to God. They all have their own truth, and that's the route. I feel like Islam is similar to Christianity in that way. So how do you like put that together with like people that are just spiritual and they seek God in this way, or seek God in that way? Because I feel like in religion, they will all say like, this is the one way to God. Like in Islam, I don't know the specifics of the religion, but aren't there all these like qualifications you have to do to reach God and the
Very good question.
Yeah, so what do you think about that? Because there are people out there that believe that anybody can reach God in any different route, and then there's people that believe that this is the one way. Now that you've experienced kind of both sides of that, where do you stand?
With what?
Just like seeking God, like is it through a religion? You don't view it as through a religion anymore, correct?
I think different people need different things, and I do not judge how people learn. Because for me, like I said,
He asks you about you, not other people. She's not going to answer the questions. Oh my God.
I went from Pacific Ocean to a religious puddle. I think spirituality
Oh my
is
God.
very broad.
Bro, she is just yapping, bro. Come on.
And I think you understand when you are able to, like, the bigger picture is frameless, right? So it's kind of like, why would I say, unless I'm in a cult, that there's only one way to something? Because us having to all think the same, that is the beginning of a dictatorship. That's the beginning of a cult. That is a lot of things that, to me, that just don't align with where I'm at. So I believe personally, after just experience, I mean, I went full in. Like, there are people who are born Muslim who are still not in hijab today. The second, 3 days before I took my shahada, I was in hijab before I even took my shahada. So I just feel like there are different things that people need throughout their journey. And I feel like even when I had the hijab on, it was like an invisibility cloak, like nobody could see me. So that was a layer of protection that when I was rebuilding myself from the fucking dirt, that I needed. So it's just like, I think different people need different stuff. And to say that one way is it, I think is incredibly irresponsible and just foolish. So it's like, there are plenty of people who tell me all the time, who write me that see you in hell, sister. You know, it's like, well, you'll be right there with me, babe. Like, you know, so I just feel like, you know, I think you can implement all things. Just because I'm not in hijab, I'm still Muslim in my heart. Just as much as I love astrology, just as much as I love numerology, just as much as...
So you are still part of the religion? I'm really confused. I thought she said she was back to being just spiritual.
Probably back in 1876, I was considered a witch and burned at the stake. I'm all of those things. I don't have to like discount one part, you know, of myself, because this is who I am.
I feel that. For a lot of Christians I've experienced, and I see that if you're a Christian and you're not practicing it perfectly in their eyes, it's the people that are supposed to lift you up and pray for you that end up tearing you down. So in your experience, if you aren't practicing perfectly how they want to, like you said, you receive comments. Have you experienced that it's from those same people that should be like lifting you up that are tearing you down the most?
Yes.
I feel like that's a big problem in Christianity that leads people away from even wanting to mess with it. Because it's the Christian people that are the most judgmental, the most hypocritical, the most pointing the finger, and it draws people away. Even though that's not God doing that, that's flawed people doing that. But have you experienced the same thing?
Well, of course. I feel like some of the nastiest comments were from people who I go to their page and you're Muslim. I think you would have to really sit back and wonder, if this religion is so effective and there's only one way to I guess, be right in the eyes of God, then all of these people who are practicing, how and why are they missing the mark? Is there something in the curriculum? Is it just the lack of comprehension? Like where are we not aligning here? Because if it's such a beautiful religion, well then shouldn't it breed beautiful people of beautiful understanding?
Right.
So then now it's like, okay, well, it's clear to me that irony is truly spectacular. And I don't need a religion to be a good person. I don't need any religion to smile at somebody on the street. I don't need a religion to do good and be good. You know, I understand there is a creator. That'd be foolish to think we're just running amok here, just unsupervised, you know, but I think it makes me wonder, I question all religions. If the people in it are the most judgmental, something isn't right in the water.
I think that too. That's what I think a lot about Christianity a lot as well.
MPJ doesn't actually have a personality. MPJ just like exists. He's just like, yeah. That's so profound the way she's not really saying much of anything that's not that profound. It's just that MPJ is at a point, I will say this is part of the problem with like a lot of, I guess like basketball players, for example, that because they never have to like really develop that much character, they go through stretches of their lives where they have to like recalibrate who they are as individuals because that wasn't an important part of their life that they have to establish to begin with. And so MPJ is like at the stage of life that most of us were at when we were like 14 to 22, coming home from school or just killing some off time and just like searching on YouTube with some of the most obscure shit that we could find. And we're just like stumbling across it. That's the stage that he's at right now in life. And he's 27. Like you kind of get to a point where you just like, all right, cool. Like I've like dabbled in the idea of flat earth. I've dabbled in the idea of religion. I've dabbled in the idea of astrology. I've dabbled in the idea of like just weird dumb shit. He was homeschooled, so that's even worse actually. I've dabbled in MPJ is a specific type of person that would sit there and listen to someone try to explain to him why like slavery wasn't that big of a deal or it wasn't that bad. And he's like, yeah, I never thought of it that way. Wow. You know what? Now that you say that, wow, that actually does make sense. Without actually doing any due diligence to go find out anything else. He just finds everything fascinating because he doesn't have any background in education or anything whatsoever, and he's never done his own searching whatsoever. It's sad. It's actually really, really sad. That is Joe Rogan. That's Joe Rogan's entire show. Joe Rogan's entire show is that he just brings on a bunch of people, which like five years ago when I like stumbled, or maybe not that long ago, but whenever I stumbled across Joe Rogan's podcast, I found it somewhat interesting, so I was listening to it, but then it just got way too often that someone would say something like off the wall, and then Joe would have to just sit there and just agree with it or he would have to entertain it just for the sake of holding a conversation throughout a podcast. And it's just like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about right now? Like, what are we discussing?
Like if you are hearing from God, if you have the Holy Spirit, then why is it not being shown in the way you live your life? Sometimes in the way you relate to people. I think about.
You know what this reminds me of, and I'm not even gonna actually finish this. This shit is like done. when Player Churches had an episode where they had a nigga on talking about like how Dr. J is a top 10 player of all time. Like, I guess, but like we don't have to have a whole conversation about that because he's not. So we don't actually have to have that conversation. So that's fine. If that's your opinion, I guess. But like we don't have to have that convo. Like that's cool. Like that's yeah. I get what you're saying. But he's not like. And have you ever really thought about like the idea that potentially Mark Price is a better shooter than Curry? No, never thought about that. And we don't actually have to talk about it at all, actually. There's nothing we need to talk about. Or I was scrolling through TikTok and they had on Player's Choice that Carmelo and Anthony had better teammates or better teams than LeBron. We don't have to even discuss that. There's nothing to discuss, actually.
Fuck.
We actually don't have to discuss that. We don't. We actually don't. We don't have to discuss that. Yeah, we don't have to discuss that. It's tough. All right, dog. We got the daily Zaydog clip. Now, Zaydog, you do know what's at risk, right? MJ told me to not watch Zaydog's clip.
I literally.
You said. Okay, MJ's telling me not to watch it.
Here,
Yeah, watch it for me real quick. Let Adder saying watch it. It's bad. Don't watch it. Watch it. It's a good clip. Watch it. So don't watch it, Denver.
Oh my god. I mean, it's an Eli crash out.
Okay. He didn't say nothing too crazy?
Nah. It was just typical Eli tiptoeing the line, I'd say.
I literally.
You said nut. That's not nutted on. That's 6
That's
games.
what I'm saying. So if a nigga just asked me, what do I think the series is going to?
It was
hyperbole. I said what.
So
the
why
series
did you
was
say
going
nutted
to.
on? You were just trying to be funny?
Then maybe you can fucking cuckoo.
Were you
It was
just trying to be
hyperbole,
funny?
And the nigga was joking.
Were you just trying to be funny?
You
You could just say you were trying to be
God,
funny.
bro, that's why niggas hate you.
You could just say you were trying to be funny.
Shut up.
You could just say you was trying to be funny, and that'll be fine.
Shut up, ape. Fuck.
Ape.
Yeah.
You
A
just
Nigerian
said-
monkey.
It was.
I literally.
You said nut. That's not.
Oh, man. Eli, man, what a guy. What a guy.
Well, we want to see this.
All right. You know what's so crazy, Denver? There was a Wendy's promo, and I clicked on the Wendy's promo, and I think I just let it.
Of course you did.
I think I just let it play, and then that resulted in me. Let's see what Raquel says. Raquel told me to watch
Marcel.
No, she told me to watch the Young Thug episode. First of all, shout out to Thugger, shout out to Spider, being a real nigga, staying 10 toes. Oh, Fury ask. Okay.
See, you can't compare no nigga to me, bro. You know,
real nigga.
Niggas real rats around this motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying?
Real rats.
Yeah, nigga, I did what I did. Trying my best to help my
Oh,
motherfucker
hey! We got to cut the YouTube video off. All right, chat. On YouTube, if you want to watch the Thug podcast with us, come over. If not, wait. What is this?
People that I shared, I hate how I allowed myself to just be like used up by men. And that came from a lack of self-worth. I did not understand my value that I was born with. I didn't. And I gave, again, people look at sex differently, but sex is spiritual unification. At the end of the day, I don't care how you spin it. It's spiritual.
For women.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
for
women,
whatever. Okay,
yeah.
fine. For women, it's spiritual unification. And people that I shared my body with, when I think about my list, it's repulsive because they didn't deserve it. But that was an outcome of me discounting my worth. And it's disgusting. I hate even having that